Again, Monday morning, a big holiday week around here. We're glad you're starting your week with us. I'm Julia, along with Karen Campbell, who is in for Jalea, and Lindsay Monroe, who is in for Chuck here this week. And really some good news weather-wise. If you don't like this really cold weather that we've had, or you have to travel, we got some nice weather for it.
I was out yesterday walking downtown, and just the wind was, it wasn't fun.
No,
so I'm looking forward to this warm up.
I know, yeah, especially if travel plans is kind of a relief, what we're looking at the past next few days, I should say. In fact, out there right now, we're kind of awaiting that warmer air. It's still pretty chilly. So right now, this is a live look up in Carmel, where we are just at 28 degrees, and most of us are below the freezing mark right now as we get our Monday morning started. Notice the sky still clear for now, but we are sitting in the warm sector of a weather system that's sliding through the Great Lakes region today. So we will see our wind direction changing up today, and eventually we will see more mild temperatures. Again, most of us still below that freezing mark, with the exception being Terre Haute over on the western side of the state, now up to 33. That warmer air moving in the direction of everybody else. We just need to be a little patient today. We're headed back to 41 for a high here in the Indy Metro. And notice that cloud cover going to continue to increase for us this morning, and that better chance that we see a few potential stray showers as we get closer to about the lunch hour today. This will take us between now and about 3:30 this afternoon. Again, not looking at too organized rain just yet, but closer to about 7 p.m. So we're talking about an hour and a half after the sun goes down. Could briefly see some more widespread rain activity as this front slides through. And then eventually, as that moves off to the east and to the south, we're going to dry things up. Getting into a Christmas Eve morning looks pretty good. Tomorrow, another round of rain headed our way for the holiday. We'll get you updated with that very latest timeline coming up in your full forecast. At 6:02 now, do want to take you back out to the west side of town as we are continuing to monitor what's going on across our local, not only city streets, but into the skies as well. Talked about that snow being a little bit more widespread across northern portions of Michigan this morning. That's where most of that snow activity will stay today. Warm sector, warmer temperatures south of that, all airports a go. These are your major hubs across portions of the Midwest and then across eastern portions of the U.S. Looks pretty good there. Again, this is a live look at our local city streets. I-70 on the west side, meeting up with Ronald Reagan Parkway. Again, looks pretty good. No major backups. That's some great news here at 6 o'clock, but we'll let you know if we see any changes.
Thank you, Lindsay. Well, this morning we're hearing from neighbors in Columbus, Indiana. They're pretty upset about an apartment complex that will soon be built in downtown.
Yeah, neighbors are saying it won't help the area at all. Our Anna Chalker joins us in studio with more of their concerns. Good morning, Anna.
Good morning, ladies. These neighbors say they do not believe this 5-story, 120-unit complex will fit in with Columbus's downtown. These apartments will be built on the north side of that area, and while these apartments will include several new amenities, 10% of the units are for workforce housing. People tell us this area has historic homes and shops, and if these apartments are built, it would take all of that away.
It would more than likely be adaptively reimagined for the next century in a very different way, but not in a historically accurate way. We would have kept the exterior the way that it sat, but the inside could have been modernized and, enjoyed its next century.
The City Council just approved a $6.4 million tax increment financing district for this redevelopment site. Right now, the developers are in the process of buying the privately owned land to start all of this construction. Now, city leaders tell us this complex will help address a housing issue in the city. I'll share what they hope for with this project in the future coming up at 6:30.
All right. Thanks, Anna. We're looking forward to it.
Well, right now, IMPD investigators are looking into a shooting with what they're calling pretty unusual circumstances. It happened last night on the east side of Indy in an alley near Washington Street and Colorado Avenue. Police found a man shot, except there were no shell casings, no gun, no witnesses, and no one even heard shots being fired in that area. And better yet, the man told police he didn't even know he'd been shot until he collapsed in that alley. Detectives are now investigating how he was hit with that bullet. The victim went to the hospital and is expected to be okay.
We've lived here, 47 years?
Well, this morning we're reaching out to police in Morgan County after a home invasion left a man in the hospital. No word on if a suspect yet has been caught. Now, longtime neighbors of the area, they're on high alert. This happened Saturday morning on State Road 39 in Monrovia. Police say a woman woke up to her husband screaming. She told police he was awake but had head injuries. The man told investigators he was attacked in his home and was hit in the head with a large object. Danny Pierce says it's a little scary knowing something like this happened in his community.
It's kind of scary, but the world itself is generally going bad. So I guess some things are to be expected, and we'll just have to lock our doors from now on.
Right now, police are investigating how that suspect got inside the home.
This morning, fire investigators in Maxwell are trying to figure out what led to a deadly fire. That fire killed a man and injured 2 others, including a firefighter. Take a look at some cell phone video here. This is from South Center Street in Maxwell. Flames engulfing the home around 12:30 yesterday morning. Crews battled this fire for hours. We are told a woman got out of the home, but a man could not escape. A neighbor tells 13 News when he smelled smoke, he tried to get the couple out.
Tragedy knows no season, and it's definitely heartbreaking for the family, and our prayers go out to them.
We will pass along any new information once we learn more about this investigation.
And there is another deadly fire also being investigated this morning after a man was killed in a home in Alexandria. That's in Madison County, just north of Anderson. When firefighters got to the scene on Marion Avenue, they found smoke and flames pouring out of this modular home. The person who called 911 told dispatchers someone was trapped in a back bedroom. When firefighters reached that room, they say the man was already dead. 4 other people were able to get out of the home. They were taken to the hospital for evaluation. 2 firefighters also received minor injuries.
Right now, crash scene investigators are still trying to figure out the critical moments before a train slammed into a car. This happened around 8:30 Saturday night near 34th and Arlington. Metro police say a man went around a train crossing gate. That's when police were alerted to the crash by the man's Apple Watch and the car's OnStar system. When officers got there, they found the car had been hit and dragged 75 feet by a CSX train. The conductor witnessed the crash. He told police the car went around the barricade and tried to beat the train.
Those crossing guards are there for a reason. We've got to stay on the right side of them. We can't really tell how fast a train is going when you're just looking down the tracks a little bit. So those trains are moving a little bit quicker than people think, and it's not worth your life to beat a train by 3 minutes.
The driver died on the scene. CSX police, they're investigating along with IMPD.
A special moment for several hundred families here in the Circle City. They received their Christmas wish list filled. Yesterday, Barnes United Methodist Church hosted a Christmas giveaway for children and their families. Kids got gifts while parents received groceries. Senior pastor Charles Harrison says it's important to him to serve the community all year long.
When we know that a lot of the people that we service at the church also have a lot of quality of life issues. So as a part of the Christmas, we also want to help address that.
This is definitely a community effort. Donations for this event came in from the church, local businesses, other churches, and the Lilly Foundation.